In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the drizzle effect for the rains that look like raindrops. So I'm using After Effects right now. I've made a simple shape, a circle. Over time, I'm increasing the size of the circle along with the stroke width. And as it gets towards the end, I reduce the opacity and I also add a Gaussian blur so that it gets blurred out slowly. I duplicated this, added it on top to show the ripples of the water. That's essentially what it's doing. It's just rippling along with the water. So it's going to look something like this. Next up is you make it a composition. You place it across your scene randomly. And once you're done with that, you make that a composition. I've added a bit of turbulent displace to it, just to give it a little bit of offset. I've added a second layer of drizzle. Now this has a Gaussian blur to just smoothen out the effects that doesn't get too harsh on the bump map. And I screen both of them so that they overlap along with the black solid as a base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to export this as PNG. So I'm going to lossless, export as PNG, and specify where you want them. Save it wherever you want to save it. I'm going to save mine in a folder and render it out. It'll take a bit of time to render it out, but once it's done, we're going to take it into Maya and use it on top of our files. Okay, so in Maya, we are going to import file texture, and we're going to import our sequence. Once you've done that, I'm going to go to the attribute editor for our sequence. We're going to hit use image sequence. And I'm going to go over to my, so if you go back to our frames, we have 119 frames, 24 FPS. So what we're going to do is, we're going to come here, edit expression, and I want to loop my frames. So we're going to hit percentage 119. I've added that. Now our frames are going to be looped every 119 frames. Exactly what we want. Come here, use a color composite. I'm going to use this puddle mask. I'm going to use the factor. And what I'm going to say is, wherever there are puddles, I want my rain to appear over there. And wherever there are no puddles, I want my normal texture to appear there. Okay, so next up, what we want to do is we want to take a color composite, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert the black parts of my puddle into green, and all the white parts are going to stay as they are so that they are raised from the ground. So we've taken our R channel, plug it in a factor that controls our mask. Our blacks are going to be completely green, so put that in green. And our color peak is going to be white, so we just go to HSV, make that white. And we change it to mix. And you're not going to see much immediately. Next up, we're going to take the color composite and you're going to plug it into color A. So once we plug it into A, what that has done is it's taken our raindrops, it's flattened all the black parts, and it's raised our white parts. We combine it into the pump for the coat normal, and we should get something that looks like really big drops, like this one and this one. But the thing right now is that they're too big, and we can reduce them by going to our Place 2D texture. We can repeat our UV maybe 5 times. That should be good enough. Go back to shading and we'll refresh our render. And you can see a couple of droplets have been added to our scene. Not much, just a little bit. So what we can do is go back to our color composite. Color B controls the strength of how white they're going to be. So we can reduce that a little bit. Maybe around this much. Be something like that. That is good. So you're going to get these drops only on the puddles. You're not going to get them on the ground. So if you see all the way on the puddles, you're going to get these small drops there. And that's one useful method of masking them out. If you want, you can actually increase the amount of drifts that you have if you want a heavier rain. But I've gone for light rhythm